This video is going to show you how to draw a room in one-point perspective, and this could be for any room because this is just the basic layout of a room. Every room has walls and a ceiling and a floor, so it doesn't matter if you're doing a bedroom or a living room or whatever it may be. This layout's going to be the same for everybody. So what you want to do first to start off is you're going to draw two diagonal lines that go from corner to corner on each side. So you're basically going to make a big X. So if you have a ruler to do that, it would work well. Mine's not like super long. So I'm just gonna go about halfway and then slide my ruler down. But if you have a long straight edge to do this, that would work perfectly. I'm just like eyeballing mine with my ruler here. Okay, so where these two lines cross, right in the middle, that is where your vanishing point is going to go. And this is going to stay here for the remainder of your drawing until you put in the final touches, because you need this vanishing point to draw all of your orthogonal lines. So general rule for this is anything that is vertical, so up and down this way, it's going to be parallel to the edge of your paper. All right, anything that is horizontal going this way is going to be parallel to this edge of your paper. All right, so all straight lines are parallel to the edge of the paper. What changes are the lines that are coming out from your vanishing point. So this is often the top and bottom of whatever the object is that you're drawing. All right, so what we're gonna do is create two walls, one on this side and one on this side, and our ceiling and our floor. So to do that, we're going to draw a series of parallel lines. So remember, anything that's vertical is lined up with the edge of your paper here. So to do my back wall, generally the closer you get to the vanishing point, the smaller your room is going to be. So if you want like a really deep room where it looks like it's, you know, a huge room and the distance is really far away, you would draw these walls close to your vanishing point. If you want a room that's a little shorter and feels a little bit more cozy, you would draw your lines a little further out. I'm gonna go a little less than halfway away from my vanishing point, so I'm gonna draw my wall for my line for my back wall about here. Now I need to make sure that this line is parallel to the edge of my paper. So an easy way to do that is to just take your ruler, line it up with the edge, and then just slide it in. So I want to go about here. I'm just going to draw line top to bottom on this side. My floor, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to bring it in until it meets this point here. And I'm going to do my best to make it parallel with the bottom. I'm just going to continue all the way around until I have a box. And that's going to be my back wall. And these I'm just connecting here. Voila! Okay, so what I want to do is just take out my orthogonal lines that I use that go across my paper here in the box. And I'm going to leave my vanishing point in there. So I have my back wall, I have two side walls, I have my ceiling, and I have my floor. So next what I'm going to show you how to do is put in a window, and this can go on either wall. It's up to you what you want to do. But remember the rule, anything that is vertical stays parallel. Okay, so it's parallel to this line and it's parallel to the edge of the paper. So I'm going to put in a window, and the sides of my window are going to be vertical parallel lines. And I think for this window, what I'll do is I'll have it just kind of extend off the page. I'm not going to try to cram it in here because I want a nice big window. So I'm going to make sure that my diagonal line that comes out, my orthogonal, I want to make sure it's lined up with my vanishing point. So I'm going to go from my vanishing point, and I'm just going to continue all the way out to the edge of my page. I'm going to do the top of my window as well. And again, I want to make sure it's lined up with my vanishing point. And I'm going to take this all the way out to the end of my page. If you want to do a smaller window, you could draw a line here, and you would just see this full window. Like I said, I'm going to have mine go off because I want a nice big window in my drawing. Okay, and then I could just get rid of my extra lines. You're going to be doing a lot of erasing of extra lines in this room drawing. Okay, now right now this window is a little plain. What I could do is go in and give it some extra details. The extra details are really going to make this look a lot nicer than just basic shapes, because if you think of a window in your house, it's going to have usually some kind of frame around it, some kind of molding around it. Okay, so these lines went out from my vanishing point. These lines are always parallel. All right, and then I would just take out my extras. Now I have a nice little frame on the outer edge of my window there without really doing much work. Okay, you could do the same thing if you wanted to do some detailed little panels in here. All right, so everything that is vertical stays parallel. And I'm just doing two lines that are next to each other. Okay, generally the closer you get to you, the artist, the bigger the lines would get. So these I did a little closer together. These I did a little further apart because my window's getting bigger as it gets closer to me. All right, and these ones on this part of my drawing get lined up with the vanishing point. And the vanishing point will make it bigger for you. So it'll be more narrowed down here and wider as you get closer out to the edge of your paper. Okay, so that wasn't a lot of extra work to go in and add that detail. And it's something that really makes it look much nicer when I go in and do that. So the thing you're going to put on the other side is just some kind of wall art. So this could be something like a mirror, it could be a painting, it could be a poster, whatever really you wanted it to be. But the rules are the same. So the tops and bottoms of my wall art are going to line up with my vanishing point. I'm going to make this kind of like a thinner piece of wall art. So my sides are parallel. Okay, and you could put something else on the wall too. Maybe you want to put like a mirror next to it or something. So you're not limited to one piece, but you decide kind of how you want to decorate it. It's your room. All right, and then I could put whatever I wanted on this. I'll go in and I'll fill that in later. So one other thing that I wanted to show you, it's something that's really easy. It adds a lot of character to the room, is if you want to go in and do some kind of decoration on the floor. So you could do like a cool checkerboard pattern or some wood planks really easily. So when I draw in, I'm going to do wood planks. When I draw in my wood planks, I want to make sure all the lines come out from the vanishing point. So I'm going to do them about an inch, maybe less thick. But you could do them as thin or thick as you wanted. And then I just try to eyeball it, and I keep the length back here pretty much the same. So the angle of my ruler will make it look bigger for me, but I'm just looking at the size here and trying to keep it pretty consistent. And I would just continue this all the way across until I got to the other side of the floor. Now if I wanted to go in and turn this into a checkerboard floor, which would also look pretty cool, all I would have to do is go in and add some horizontal lines all the way down and then just fill in a checker pattern. Okay, so this is just the basic structure of the room. You'll add other details later, like put some furniture in it and, you know, whatever kind of decorations that you might want to add in there. But this is the basic structure for really any kind of room.